Hi, thank you for the opportunity to speak here. My name is Brandy Bergman. I'm from Leander ISD. I actually ran for school board there, and I narrowly lost against the most progressive trustee that we have there. I have two children that currently attend Leander High School and an 11-year-old that I had to pull because Leander ISD is no longer safe. It is a constant battle to try to protect my oldest two children. They had already bonded with their teammates. They're both in athletics. I have a senior that played football and a sophomore that's in volleyball and soccer. I just could not pull them out. The only reason why they're allowed in public, though, is because I have access to their passwords. I've had those passwords for 2 years, and I monitor the curriculum and the emails that they receive. Our district has elected not to provide parents with logins to curriculum as required by SB 3. This is actually how I came across a research survey that was emailed to my 14-year-old daughter, May 11th of 2022. The superintendent's signature block was included in the body of the email so that it appeared to come from him, although upon closer examination, the sender was K-12 Insights, and it was labeled as research program via LHS students. The survey asked my daughter to rate her physical well-being, her emotional well-being, her feelings on how she liked school, her feelings on if what she learns makes her a better person, if she feels good about herself at school, does she feel respected, does she feel accepted, and does she feel safe being herself? How many times are we going to ask our kids if they feel safe before they start questioning it? My daughter received this email invitation an additional 3 times over the next 3 weeks, each with an increased sense of urgency in the subject line. The fact that the email appears to come from her superintendent suggests to me that he was trying to use his authoritative status to coerce my daughter into submitting the survey. A similar survey was sent to parents labeled as a climate survey, but there's no option to consent for your child. The line of questions posed to my daughter could potentially reveal mental or psychological problems, which is a violation of 20 USC 1232H, protection of people rights. It is not my intent or desire for my children to have their privacy or my parental rights violated. Through PIR, I requested my children's submissions to surveys. They have her email address. They kept sending it because she was not responding. The response I received is that because these are conducted anonymously, that's not a possibility. Texas Education Code 26.008 states it's my right to full information regarding my child. I have records of surveys given to my daughter that allowed her to waive her the ability to be anonymous. You can see this up here. By providing her name, her phone number, her email address. Why would a third party ever ask a child for their contact info while promising that whatever that child provides personally will still be a secret? I don't think I have to tell this room what type of adults use this tactic on children. So twice in the body of the email, research was stated, which was not included in the parent email. Children are one of the most vulnerable and protected populations. In 21 CFR 50.23 states that consent is required for human-centered research, another violation. Let me make this clear. These surveys, although they seem harmless, these questionnaires that are being done, this is research being done by a third party. This is human subject research that's being done. These are Nuremberg violations. Ironically, even the executed contract between K-12 Insights and LISD affirms and warrants that LISD will obtain and is responsible for obtaining consents, and that user content will not violate any law or infringe any rights of third parties. I also want to point out, this is another survey that went out to my daughter, this little pain scale. She received this when she was in 8th grade from her English teacher right after that winter storm Uri came through. Her teacher wanted to make sure that all the students were safe, and it was labeled confidential while asking, all of this information. Again, a teacher telling a child, you can tell me anything you want, it'll be our secret. At the same time, that this pain scale that was this confidential, with additional questions asking her feelings, and so at the same time that this was sent out to my daughter, our school district published a video of our superintendent stating that there's a need to reopen our schools. We gotta get our kids back in our classrooms because some of our kids are not safe at home. School is a safer place for these students. After listening to everything today, I think that we all know where our kids aren't safe. Thank you.